Okay, we're just going to jump right back in here. If you recall, last time we got the notification for the second mission in this little side quest chain. So give us a sec, we'll get the team ready and we'll head on in. So bringing the usual crew, both snipers, heavy because Smots is still getting gene modded. Unfortunately, we can't pull him out of that early. So hopefully our other heavy can pick up the slack for now as we head, well, back to France.
Prepare for deployment, Strike One. France is sending an urgent mission request.
Okay. Yeah, this is a new map unique to Enemy Within, and in fact you only see it on this mission, unfortunately, which is a shame because it's definitely one of the more fun ones. It's very linear. It reminds me a lot of the mission where we got Van Dorn.
It looks like the transport came under attack while attempting to cross that dam. Judging from the damage, the aliens must have strafed the entire area trying to slow the truck down. If they want this thing that badly, there's no telling what else they might send in to try and retrieve it. That dam is in bad shape, though. We'll need to move quickly if we're going to secure the truck before they do.
Okay, so we have a long way to go. The truck we're after is all the way at the end of the map. Fortunately, we don't have to head all the way back, because as you can see, this mission has a fairly generous time limit, but time limit nonetheless, and I don't really think it would be possible to run all the way back after we got to the truck, even if you basically just dashed everybody and didn't stop to shoot anything. So it's pretty much just going to be one long grind from point A to point B. Cyanox, of course, is going to go first. Now, quick side note from the last video I forgot to talk about, in the zone versus double tap. In the zone, if you recall, is anytime a sniper kills a flanked or enemy not in cover, then they get to take another action. Now, I think that's a little too situational, at least for snipers, because generally the only things that are always out of cover are the berserkers, cyberdiscs and their drones, the mechtoid and chrysalids, which is obviously a lot of enemies, but you're generally not going to be able to kill a cyberdisc or a mechtoid in one hit, and if you're relying on your sniper to take out all those groups all in one long string of shots, then you probably have a lot bigger problems, because you should be trying to clean up the mechtoids and the cyberdiscs with multiple soldiers. So that's why I generally like to go with double tap, because double tap works on any enemy, and I find that snipers have good enough aim by the time that they're colonel level, especially if you give them a scope, that they have pretty much 100% chance to hit even enemies in full cover, and they can just kill 2 of them, no problem.
The dam has already taken heavy damage, but it looks like we can delay the collapse if we open the bypass valves positioned along the way to the transport.
I have heard good things about it in the zone, so I might try that with Skyder, or I might not. We'll have to see. Anyway, yeah, we do have these valves to extend the timer a little bit.
Looks like the aliens are bringing in reinforcements to go after the truck.
So, similar to the thin men dropping in, these mutons are going to basically teleport down over and over throughout the mission. There are a couple of pods that are already here on the dam, but this is generally how you're going to find most of the enemies in this mission. Which I kind of think is a shame, because it makes it far too easy, because in general, if you play this game like me, then at the end of your turn, if a soldier hasn't shot or done an action like heal or whatever, then they're going to go in an overwatch. These guys drop in, trigger the overwatch, and they get shot, like this 2 HP muton right here. And this is where I remember 2 things. First of all, lightning reflexes only works on the first overwatch shot, so our assault hill takes 6 damage. And number 2, you might notice that her health bar is looking a little short. I forgot to put Titan armor on her. So unfortunately, the one soldier who needs the extra HP the most is the one I forgot to put the armor on, and of course I'm going to have to babysit her now when she should be heading through the front line. Now, as much as I want to punch this thing, I'm afraid that Cyanox might accidentally blow up the car, so I like to just shoot him off the dam instead. Hopefully as well I can get enough weapon fragments to finally research the new fighter craft. And this is one of the main reasons why I actually pulled Skyder from side testing to get him onto this mission. He has the leg upgrades, and Cecilin does not, meaning Skyder can just kind of do that. Now, you might think that doesn't really matter so much with the ladders, but even a couple movement points can mean the difference between getting to the valve and not. And as turning the valve is a free action, as Heavy Hill is about to demonstrate, that would allow Skyder to turn the valve on his next turn and then shoot something. And as well, he has depth perception, so he's going to do a lot better from up there in the tower than Cecilin would. So now it's just a matter of getting Cecilin up as far as I can, because I'm going to probably keep him down on the ground, sort of like a ground sniper. The map is linear and open enough that you don't really need high ground with your snipers, but Skyder, because he gets the extra bonus because of the gene mod in his eyes, I decided to go for it. And of course, we're just going to heal up Assault Hill here, because I don't know how to armor. And the reason I paused in doing this is because I thought for a second I brought Dradlin along, and I wanted to use his medkit instead because Drad will heal for 6, whereas Amp heals for 10, so I figured I can save one of the 10 HP healing charges. Unfortunately, it's only Amp along as a support, so I have to use that.
Looks like the aliens are sending in reinforcements, Commander.
Okay, sectoid, not so bad. Another sectoid, not so bad. Although I'm getting worried that there might be something worse. Cecilin pings off 1 HP off of that guy. Ah, fuck, there it is. And looks like the Heavy Hill just got herself a promotion. So first things first, we're going to turn this valve.
That bypass valve is open, but we're not done yet. Keep moving, Strike One.
You don't need to turn every single one to get to the end if you're quick enough, but they're all on the way. You might as well turn each of them. And you can kind of see maybe the orange haze around. That's just Skyder's depth perception activating, giving him the bonus aim. I'm not too sure if I should be taking the shot at the sectoid or the shot at the mechtoid. Either way, I want the mechtoid dead, obviously, or all the sectoids dead, because the last thing I want right now is the shield. Are you fucking kidding me? That was like 95%. In XCOM math, that's like 100. Fucking hey, Cecilin. Jesus. Hey, remember back in like mission 2 where you weren't pulling your weight? Remember how you stopped doing that? Like stops not pulling your weight? Can you like not start not pulling your weight again? Thanks. Oh fuck, Overwatch is a thing. Of course, and the one soldier without lightning reflexes is the one who dodges everything. And finds some thin men. That's fantastic. You know, if we just bug off the dam and let it collapse, I mean, whatever weapons in that truck will be washed away too. Why are we doing this again? So unfortunately, as she moves, she doesn't get Bullet Storm on the mechtoid, but I'll definitely be happy with 7 damage off of the damn thing. Unfortunately, I was hoping to run Synox up to punch that thing, but with 13 HP, he won't be able to kill it in one hit. And also, as you'll see in a couple minutes, the mechtoid is actually just a couple squares out of range. Still not sure with Skyder if I want to if I want to damage the mechtoid or if I want to maybe kill that thin man that I can see now. Usually I find killing enemies in one hit to be a little bit better than damaging the big enemies because like an extra like one attack taken out is one attack taken out. I'm loath to lose some weapon fragments here, but I'm happy to take out that sectoid and damage the mechtoid a bit more. And hey, another promotion. Aliens are handing out promotions to me like I hand out grenades to the aliens, apparently. I'm still not sure what to do with Skyder. I'm kind of hoping maybe he can get the critical on the mechtoid, but I decide, you know what, it's a 100% chance to kill the thin man. Let's just be done with it. Because the last thing I want is to run up there and proc Overwatch on somebody else, and that's where I find out, oh wait, it's like just out of my range. So right now I'm going to just move him up, see if he's close enough for a railgun shot, and then just get somebody up to that valve on the next turn. Oh, don't you dare miss. Good. Awesome. Excellent. Kind of surprised that mechtoids don't just detonate like cyber discs, but I'm not complaining. Now, I'm sort of hoping Amp might get a shot off on the Thin Man. He does just get it in his line of sight. 70% chance to hit, pretty good odds. I was thinking about suppressing this guy, but nah, 70%. That's like 100, right? Well, no, of course not. And that is entirely your fault, Amp. You scratched Cynox's paint. Way to go. I expected this to be buffed up by Monday's Soldier. And of course, Skyder has to clean up the mess. And that's why Squad Sight is so unbelievably, incredibly overpowered, that even when the expansion came out and they nerfed Squad Sight and buffed Snapshot, it's still absolutely, no question, Squad Sight is absolutely superior. And that's probably also why in XCOM 2, Squad Sight is actually the first ability that your snipers get. Like, you don't have a choice in it. So far so good. The next valve was open. 9 turns to reach the truck. I'm about a third of the way across the dam. Although I am starting to get a little nervous that more reinforcements might be coming in relatively soon. And I'm not too sure how many more pods are left on the dam. This is actually only the second time I've ever done this mission, so I'm not too comfortable in where the aliens are. I was pleasantly surprised to find Thin Men, though. I was expecting mutons or worse. Although the reason for that might be because I actually got this mission fairly late in this run. In my previous Enemy Within runs, I actually got it right after the alien base mission, right before my base defense mission. So probably what's going on is that the game almost thinks it's a bit earlier than it is. That's why it's just throwing nothing too scary at me, he says, as a mechtoid comes screaming out of the sky. Mechtoid is effectively neutered. I was kind of hoping for an overwatch on one of the sectoids, just kill it right then and there. Fortunately, thanks to Squad Sight, Skyder has a beautiful shot on that mechtoid. Excellent. That leaves Cynox free to move up and takes the overwatch off the mechtoid. Still pretty sure that there's overwatch on those sectoids, so if I can kill them from back here, that would be better. And as Cynox firmly atomizes that sectoid, we're in good position to move up. See if I can find Hill and have her just lightning reflexes past the sectoid and take it out. She still has run and gun, which is good, although we all know how well run and gun worked out last mission. But hey, the RNG gods can't be mad at me twice in a row, right? Oh, with lightning reflexes proc and that sectoid firmly only shooting at a butterfly near Hill, we're in great position to move up and take it out. Obviously no chance for a flank on this. But still, thanks to the bonus aim from the light plasma rifle, that sectoid is dead and gone. Okay, excuse me while I just adjust. Now then, just trying to get a sense of how much farther we have to go and how many more pods might be between me and there. Probably at least one more, just judging by the overall size of the shadows. And I would really like to get Skyder up into the next tower. Unfortunately, he already shot this turn, so I'll have to wait until the next one. Hill's in good position to get the valve on her next turn, so all that remains is to move everybody up the center, overwatch anybody who's able to, and just wait him out. And of course, trying to keep Cecilin somewhere in the middle, just so he can get a fairly linear line of sight down there. Because, of course, as another sniper with Squad Sight, the more long-range shots I can make, the better. Surprisingly, this wasn't a reinforcement turn. Although, because I kind of remember that sometimes I used to do reinforcements twice in a row, although I might be thinking of a more difficult Exalt mission for my last run through this game. But so far so good, which does leave Skyder free to move up and Hill forward to take that valve. Although now I'm starting to think there might be another pod up there somewhere that I'm going to run into at this rate. Although with 9 turns left, I'm not too worried about timing. It's just more of a matter of I don't want to see any of my soldiers into the hospital right now because our best heavy's currently getting gene modded. Our best assault is in the hospital, and that's a problem right there. Oh, and our other assaults now have to go to the hospital as well because Carapace armor doesn't give you quite enough HP to shrug off a plasma blast without going to the hospital, I mean. And Cynox is now pretty useless considering he's all out of railgun ammo. I could just throw a grenade down at those thin men, but again, I'm hurting for weapon fragments so badly I really don't want to. Fairly terrible chance to hit with our heavy hill, so we'll just put her on Overwatch. Kind of gonna try to bait those thin men out. Thanks to the Titan armor, I actually don't have to worry about poison or suffocation anymore. It is immune to both, so they shouldn't use their area of effect attack, which is almost a shame because the Thin Man Poison only does, I think, 3 to 4 HP, whereas the Plasma Rifle can do up to about 8 or so.
Moving to position.
So as they only moved last turn, they didn't go into Overwatch. I'm free to move everybody up, and hey, there's another 70% chance. You think you can fuck that one up for me too? Thanks, CO. I always know to rely on you to fuck me.
Commander, we've got fresh contacts approaching the area.
And hey, maybe this time the thin men can run up and shoot somebody again. Well, not that one anyway. No, he didn't proc an Overwatch. Instead, he's going to take a pot shot at him. Way to go, CO. Wow, miss a thin men twice, and both times you ended up getting one of your fellow soldiers shot. I mean, in terms of sucking, at least you're consistent, which is more than I can say for a lot of people. And Cecilin goes for the point-blank 360 no-scope. And takes care of at least half my problems. So now there's just a matter of a Muton somewhere around here. I thought he landed on the truck, but there's nothing there, and it's not exactly easy to misplace an 8-foot-tall, 250-kilogram alien, especially considering he might very well be on Overwatch. Nothing procs on hill, so far so good. Not the greatest chance to hit that, though. I would like to get somebody up on that truck, preferably one of the snipers, but one of the supports wouldn't be so bad either. Just somebody with a distance weapon so I can see all the way down to the truck. Because I'm about 2/3 of the way down the dam at this point, and poor Skyder unfortunately has to play catch-up. And oh wait, yeah, there's the Muton. Wow, that's a lot more damage than I'm comfortable with. Thank God for Titan armor. So now I know exactly where he is. He's in that little sort of triangle shape there, up on top of the truck.
On my way.
So we'll get Amp up there to try and take him out, as the Muton's not in cover, and hopefully with Amp up there he might be able to allow a sniper to take him out with squad sight. Unfortunately, no chance of a critical this time, so that's 2 HP left, and that's really not good. Hill can't get up there in one move. Cecilin can't see him, unfortunately, and if he moves, he'll only be able to use the pistol.
On my way.
He does see him, so I'll hold off on him for now, because I would like to at least put him in pistol watch. He has to have a little bit of better line of sight, or at least have him take a pot shot at that stupid thin man. I was kind of hoping Cynox to see the Muton from behind. Now it's like using collateral damage. I thought it would do up to 3 damage. Now that we have the railgun, unfortunately it will not, so Overwatch will be okay. Kind of hoping just to get the critical on this guy and take him out entirely. That doesn't happen, unfortunately. I really and he couldn't even see the Muton anyway, because he's at a higher elevation point. So I'm realizing, yeah, I'm just going to have to use a grenade here, unfortunately. I hate to lose the weapon fragments, but I'd rather him not get a point-blank shot off on one of my soldiers with that plasma rifle. I think by this point the Mutons have stopped using the light plasma rifle and are using their bigger cousins, which do up to 9 damage, if my memory is correct. And that's without a critical. Even with Titan armor, that's enough to kill most soldiers in 2 hits. And as I have a soldier with only Carapace armor, 1 unlucky critical will take her out. And once again, my supports with excellent chances to aim, and my snipers with excellent chances to aim and hit miss it, but the heavy with absolute shit chance to hit does hit it, and oh yeah, that car caught on fire when I threw the grenade. I'm not quite sure how, but all that HP I put on with the medkit just got promptly knocked off again. At this point, I'm convinced I'm only playing this game because I have some sort of masochistic tendency, not because it's fun anymore. And then meanwhile, let's get Skyder moved up. On his next turn, we can move him up to get the valve, or we can send somebody else up. Just so long as I have one sniper up there and one down here on the ground, I'm happy. And Amp, meanwhile, is on timeout, and I'm just going to send him forward to heal his comrade and call it a day. Thankfully, with the extra medkit use, I'm not in danger of running out of supplies just yet, and the truck's right there, so I should be okay for the next couple of turns. And if I remember rightly, as soon as you get to the truck, that's it for the mission, so we should be okay so long as nothing too bad comes down on the next reinforcement turn. Cecilin can get up there to the valve on this turn, so we'll have him and Skyder switch and just keep Skyder down here on the ground. And Skyder has the better chance to kill something with his pistol than Cecilin, then yeah, Skyder will be better suited towards long range, even though he does have the depth perception upgrade. So for now, I'm pretty content to let them come to us. The truck's not too much farther, and I have 7 turns plus however many extra turns the valve will give me, so I'm not too worried right now.
That looks like our target. Get over there and extract the weapon before that whole place goes down.
And with that last movement, we can actually see that there's nothing left in between us and the truck, except for whatever reinforcements are going to come down this turn. Looks like it's still switching between mutons and mechtoids. Nothing too scary right now. That's a little scarier. That's a lot scarier, actually. We do take out one of the sectoids at least, so that's one less chance that the mechtoids will get a shield if they survive this turn. Although I think I'll have enough firepower to do 43 points of damage spread out among 3 enemies. And I do remember to switch Cecilin back to his pistol, thankfully. Very carefully use the valve. That's our last valve, so we have 8 turns in total just to get through 3 more enemies and haul ass to the truck.
New objective received.
I was kind of thinking of using Disabling Shot on the mechtoid, but I think I can probably kill it in the next couple of attacks. And that's the power of headshot on a good sniper, and you're about to see the power of double tap as well. Now remember, within the zone, you have to actually kill the alien to get the extra attack. Because he only wounded it on his first attack, that would have ended his turn instantly, and he wouldn't have been able to start plinking away at the other mechtoid either. So that's definitely where a double tap can be a lot more versatile compared to in the zone, which is a lot more situationally dependent. Unfortunately, that sectoid's a little bit within Skyder's minimum range, and also within cover, so we'll have him pop a shot at the mechtoid, and that's probably the worst damage I've ever seen from a tier 2 sniper rifle with headshot on. I'd roll the dice with Amp, but he doesn't like playing with dice anymore, so we'll just let somebody else take care of this. Now, both that sectoid and the mechtoid are on Overwatch, so if I move Hill up, she's probably going to proc both of them. She disprocs the sectoid, so that will miss. Hopefully the mechtoid won't see her. It shouldn't kill her in one hit, but that's not exactly a risk I'm willing to take, considering being gravely wounded will damage a soldier's aim and will. And thankfully, rapid fire hits both times and takes this thing down to just 3 HP. So I have plenty of attacks left. This shouldn't be a problem to take them all out on this turn. Now, 40% chance, obviously awful odds to hit, so I do move her up. And we'll just let her take care of the mechtoid. Oh wait, no, sorry, I forgot that I shot at that sectoid. Probably should have gone with the Mectoid. That would have been the smarter move than have Cyanox kill the Sectoid as he had the flank on it, but that's okay. Alright, so far so good. Nobody's even really gotten off a shot that wasn't on Overwatch, except for a couple of thin men that somebody should have killed.
Double time.
So, Amp, your prize for being the most consistently inconsistent shit soldier is you get to go open up the truck. Have fun with that.
Aye, aye.
Please, you don't understand. I have to get to the others. You can't. You don't get it. Do you know how many of us they've killed? You can kill them? But how? Please, you have to help me find the others.
Great work out there, Commander. It looks like the weapon everyone was after may be even more valuable than we thought.
Could have gone better, I guess. Could have also gone a hell of a lot worse, but I'm not exactly enthused to have both my assaults in the hospital, even though one's only probably going to just be for a couple days. And hey, that does give us our first major level assault. Our heavy upgrades to captain, and I'm actually torn here between Grenadier and Danger Zone. On the one hand, it's really nice to have more rocket AoE. On the other hand, it's a little useless considering I don't have suppression, so I actually decided to give her the extra couple of grenades. And I didn't realize at first that alien grenades get a +1 damage, so I'm very happy with that. And our first major level assault, extra conditioning, will give bonus HP based on the armor. I'll mark it down, but you might have seen back there that the body armor, instead of giving +1 HP, actually is giving +2, and the bonus does scale with the tier of armor, but it's not like it doubles, so Titan armor is not going to give a +20 HP or anything like that.
We will be in touch, Commander.
This captive we recovered from the aliens, Annette, was apparently passed off to them by the Exalt organization. So far, she's been less than forthcoming about how she wound up in their control, or what makes her so valuable that they pursue her to this extent. Whatever the case, we need to keep a close eye on her.
So I'll talk a little bit more about what makes Annette so unique after some more of our side testing is done. For now, we can finally get the new fighter craft going. Now with Annette, she starts at sergeant level, and her class is randomized. I believe you can also augment her and gene mod her to your heart's content, but yeah. Anyway, just quickly putting a few more soldiers in the Scilabs there, while I just wait for the gene modification to be done. Yeah, not a whole lot else I can do right now. I'm mostly just trying to count down the days until I get other stuff going. I'm kind of curious if there's more Exalt out there, and believe it or not, actually there is.
Confirmed. Exalt cell location verified.
So unfortunately, even though I threw Skyder into the Scilabs, we're going to have to pull him out at this point, because I need him to head out to India. And you can see there you can attempt the raid on the Exalted Shoe at any time, but I have almost no data. I'm not going to risk it for now. I actually didn't know that you could attempt the raid on the HQ even when a covert operative's on site. I wonder how that affects your ability to get them back, because once you do the HQ, Exalt basically completely disappears from the map entirely. Ah, shit. Haven't had one of these in a while. Only a large scout. Should be okay. I've shot them down with the Raven classes with the Avalanche before. Kind of wishing now I had some of the consumable items, but it should be okay.
Enemy is padlocked.
Oh. Oh. Okay, I don't think you can kill it by the time it loses contact. Oh, wait. Fuck.
We're punching out.
Lost.
Whoops. Maybe I should have built more than just a couple of laser cannons. Yeah, fuck. Well, thanks to the air and space perk we have from having all 3 satellites over North America, it doesn't cost anything to, sorry, it's, it's 50% less to get interceptors. God, I don't know what the hell's wrong with me today. And I do transfer over just in case.
A new gland will allow the brain to detect mental trauma and smooth out the agitation. It can even paralyze the soldier if mental control is lost.
Commander, we've lost radio contact.
Alright, and that's Smott's back on the active team with an extra
Transfer complete.
gene modification. Our Ravens are prepped and ready in South America, and the new fighter craft is finally available for manufacture. Don't know if I can build any just yet because I'm pretty low on UFO flight computers, but I might be able to build at least one. We'll see. And basically, they're just a strict upgrade to the Raven class interceptors. You can outfit them with any of the weapons that you could outfit the Ravens with. And there's the absolute best ship weapon in the entire game, the EMP cannon. 2 or 3 hits will shoot down any alien ship in the entire game. And it also prevents it from being too damaged, so you get a lot more salvage from it, but at the cost of having a lot more of the alien crew alive when you get there. But generally, I don't find that to be that much of a problem. It's much better just to have a weapon that you know is going to knock down the UFO pretty much 100% of the time. Like, I've never had a interception with an EMP cannon equipped Firestorm that failed. And I just decided, fuck it, let's get the improved arc thrower. There's still a few aliens that we can capture going forward, and more research credit would be a good idea, considering the research time is taking a little longer. In the meanwhile, that's about it for now. We're just waiting on the covert operation to proc, and then we'll head out there. And with any luck, I should have Mission 16 out pretty soon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.